Why, hello there, Nerdvengers, and good morning and welcome to you. The program that you are used to seeing will begin shortly. If you could do us a favor and tap that like button, golly gee, it would be just great. We'll be on screen on your cellular device or television very soon. Why, hello there and good morning, Nerd Vengers, Broke Vengers, and visitors to the tower. A happy morning to you, and boy, it is good to see you on this day, one day in which the MCU takes a step towards galvanizing its greatness. It's a good day. Today we will be giving you your usual program while dipping into slight colors of nostalgia, taking you back to a more basic time. Let's get it, baby. Welcome! You know, perhaps we should do some show notes. Well done. I don't know if I'm going to leave the black and white on the whole time. Obviously, it's just in theme with what's going on today. I thought it was kind of fun, and we're going to continue to have a little fun with it, if you don't mind. Do y'all remember fun? Do you know what it was like to have fun? Before, yeah. Anyway, tonight, very big episode of After Dark. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have never watched After Dark, what are you doing? It's an incredible program. And tonight's episode specifically, they have a lot of cool stuff planned for you guys tonight. A lot of fun stuff for the stream tonight, taking us through, getting us ready for WandaVision. WandaVision. It's been over a year since Marvel fans have had any lick of MCU content. The question is, how will these two episodes of WandaVision hit a very thirsty Marvel fan base? We'll get into that, and the producers are probably trying to call me and be like, yo, don't, just turn off the fucking black and white, dude. You're driving everybody crazy. And maybe we will in just a moment, but let's keep going. Okay, so tonight, After Dark, taking you right through. If you are a Nerdvenger member and you are going to be up tonight watching WandaVision at 3 in the morning, then come on by and join the watch party. It's for members only. We'll start up the watch party stream probably like 2:45. We'll kind of get people in there. We'll get all excited. When it pops up on Disney Plus for everybody, we'll watch it together. We'll talk about it a little bit. And then on this channel, the one you're watching right now, we will be live at approximately 4:30 a.m. with a panelist of, I believe, maybe 3 or 4 people. I think right now it's going to be Godfather, me, maybe Al, maybe Lavis. I don't know. Maybe a ton of other people as well. It's going to be very, very exciting. So if you're up early in the morning, you want to talk spoilers about WandaVision, come on by. We'll be live around 4:15 in the morning. Tomorrow morning is going to be pretty crazy. That will be a spoiler-filled stream. But you can always watch it later on after you've seen the 2 episodes of WandaVision. I also want to mention this Saturday at noon is going to be a big members-only stream. Please try to come by if you can. A lot of things to talk about with regards to 2021, some of the changes we're making to the channel, some things I've been getting wrong that we're going to adjust on. I always like to keep you guys in the loop about what is going on with the business. And then on Sunday, if you're a NerdVenture Prime member, please come by on Sunday and allow me to explain to you why if you have a YouTube business predicated on AdSense, you will lose. And that is becoming more and more clear with changes that are happening to the algorithm and things that are going to happen in 2021. You will lose if that's your business model. So come on by Sunday and we'll talk about how to not have that business model and not lose. Should be a really, really good time. Okay, I think that's it. That's the show notes. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, I must know. Pretty loud. I must know, on a scale from 1 to 10, how hyped are you, individual person, about WandaVision? I know we've done this earlier in the week, but I want to know right now, today, in this moment. Wow. It's a lot of excitement. Have I seen it already? No. Ooh, that's a lot of excitement right there. Okay. Like your video yesterday, I'm not sure. I'm waiting to see. Yeah, fair. Totally fair. Okay. Let's talk about it. There's sort of an elephant in the room with WandaVision. I've been talking about it a little bit, and I know everybody gets so oh, shit. Bubba, if you're watching, we will unblock you. You should be able to watch. Bubba, I got you, brother. Just hold on, Bubba. I see you on Twitter, okay? Everybody relax. I want to talk about the elephant in the room with the show, and everybody gets so freaking mad anytime I try to talk about my opinions or how I see things, but whatever. It is what it is. We got to talk about it. I saw somebody in the chat earlier. I'm not going to mention any names, but I saw someone in the chat earlier that was commenting on a video earlier, or yesterday, that was saying, like, basically, dude, you're crazy. There's so much hype for this show. And then they came in the chat today, and they said, apparently the first 2 episodes are really boring. Sad face. Okay, let's talk about this. If you know about the show, if you've been following, and some people are like Josh, do you have leaks? Of course I have leaks. Of course I know things, but the thing is this, I have purposely, with WandaVision, I have purposely not actually tried to get all the deets. Okay? I purposely tried not to know everything because I want to speculate and have fun, especially at the beginning. But here's the thing. I think the show, I don't know what's going to happen tonight/tomorrow. I have half a mind to think that it's possible that a lot of Marvel fans don't like WandaVision initially. Okay? Initially. It will win them back. But, dude, I'm telling you right now, I feel as though that's a reasonable concern to have. It's a reasonable concern to have. We just had a whole year off of Marvel. You know what I'm saying? So we had this whole year off. People are highly anticipating this show. And I'm worried that they are expecting something that it is not going to be. Okay? So, what if it's the opposite of The Mandalorian? In this sense, The Mandalorian, I think, is pretty good. Season 2 is pretty awesome. As far as Star Wars content, it's dope. But it's really not impeccable TV. It never has been. The first season, pretty good. Not incredible. I thought Chow's stuff had glimmers of greatness, but that's about it, right? It's good, but it's not great. But the internet just loves Mandalorian. Go out there and try to speak negatively about Mandalorian. Good luck. You know what I mean? Good luck. even if you have actual criticisms of it. And the show is just absurdly big. Everybody loves it. Well, I guess what I'm worried about is the exact opposite thing happening for WandaVision, meaning the show's going to be incredible. Maybe one of the tightest pieces, overall pieces of content, and just the whole way that it's set up, absolutely incredible. But what if it just doesn't hit fans like that? You know what I mean? Like, what if, seriously, what if Marvel fans just watch it and they're like, well, I don't see what all the buzz is about. You know what I mean? So, I guess before we go any further, y'all let me know in chat. Do you see where I'm coming from? Do you understand how that's going to be possible? Thank you, Dan. Reviews come out at noon today. People's thumbnails look positive. Oh, yeah. People are going to love it. Totally. Like, from what I've heard, the people that have seen it love it. I just like getting on a hype train. Me too. Me too. I'd love it if the hype train was a little bit bigger for this show. Ooh, what % chance do I give it to bomb? Okay, so let me kind of further explain. Let me further explain this, because I don't think it'll bomb. Like, it's definitely not going to bomb. Like, that's not what will happen. Like, let me talk about worst case scenario. I'm killing the vibe. Yes, James. He said can't even take it. We're trying to get hype, bro. You're killing the vibe. Look, we're going to get the ugly frog out of the way, and then we're going to move on, okay? Relax. We're going to get very hyped. So, worst case scenario for the show. Worst case scenario for the show is that, like, it just doesn't hit right away, and people are like, okay. And then, over time, it just becomes a thing where people are like, holy crap, like, you gotta check it out. Which, by the way, this actually did happen to some shows recently. The HBO Max Watchmen show had this happen. Where, dude, people flamed that show initially. And that show, look, I hated that show. The first couple episodes, I hated it with a passion, with like a burning passion, more than I hate EA. Which, don't worry, we'll get there too. I hated Watchmen at the beginning of it, and I think it was either episode 4 or episode 5 where I was like, okay, they got me back. And I actually like Watchmen a lot, and in total, in its full totality, I think that the Watchmen series, David Lindelof's Watchmen series, is brilliant. Like, brilliant. Like a 10 out of 10 brilliant. But it never connected with an audience. It was never the show it could have been, and it sort of stood in its own way for that happening. So, worst case scenario for WandaVision, it loses a bunch of people off the bat. It brings some of them back and is just considered a cool piece of entertainment that the world just didn't embrace. That's it. That's the worst case scenario. And honestly, that's not a bad scenario. Like, would we really be that upset if that was scenario? I mean, think about this. I'm very excited for WandaVision, and I'm very excited for Black Widow, but let's just be honest. Let's just keep it a buck. 92 plus 8 up in here, please. These are the lower tier interest characters. You know what I mean? Like, dude, Wanda is awesome. And I love Wanda in the comics. And Wanda and Vision in the comics are great. I fear that Disney will remove the weirdness of their relationship. I'm really hoping that's not true. So I love these characters for the comics. But for the normies, for the people that go see these movies and stuff, like, Wanda's the lady that, like, Tony hides in his apartment, and then she, kills her own boyfriend, he comes back to life, and then whatever, she almost beats Thanos. She's nobody in the MCU, really. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with Black Widow. Like, I love Black Widow, but she's not the top tier, money-bringing personality. So my point is, like, look, we're going to end this year off with Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 is going to, well, blow our brains just all over the place, right? It's going to be crazy. And so all I'm trying to say before we get into the hype train, because we're going to leave the negative Nancy talk aside and we're going to get super excited for the show. But I wanted to sort of preface this stream and this discussion by acknowledging the situation we are in and by understanding where we might be as Marvel fans. We should not worry as Marvel fans. Like, you shouldn't be worried. But I think we should be honest. You know what I mean? So, keep saying it sounds lame AF, but I'm still hyped for it. Yeah. I'm still hyped for it too. So, what I think's going to happen in the show is, and we know this, so far, so to speak, about what it's going to be about, is it's going to start in TV land. And I want to read a quote from you, or for you, rather, from Paul Bettany. This is from the Hollywood Reporter quote, okay? Okay, here we go. It says here, I need to turn this music down. It's a little too hype. Let's talk about hype. Damn. Okay. With a narrative that's told through the lens of classic TV sitcoms, WandaVision finally allows Bettany and Olsen the chance to show their range as comedic actors, something the high stakes of the MCU films mostly precluded. While Bettany welcomed the tonal change of pace after dying twice in front of Olsen's Maximoff in Avengers Infinity War. Oh my God. Send help, chat. I'm not going to make it. He wants to reassure Marvel fans that Marvel-style chaos is inevitable. Okay. This is the challenge of the show. How do you reassure Marvel fans that it's going to get absolutely bananas in the back half of the season with all kinds of MCU full-on craziness? How do you get them to understand that, but you're going to have to go through like probably at least 6 half-hour long television sitcom episodes to get there? Okay? Now I'm going to read on. He says here, yes, initially it really was relieving, but it'd be a pretty boring TV show if it stayed that way, Bettany tells the Hollywood Reporter. What you will begin to realize is that it's not an arbitrary decision or a cute decision to set this story in these sitcoms. What's wonderful about the comfort level that comes with these sitcoms is that you have a seemingly unsoluble problem that when the couple unite, the problem becomes eminently soluble. Unfortunately, real life isn't quite like that, and it can't stay that way forever. Okay, so, look, I think what we're going to see here, and, again, sort of speaking to this whole idea, is that they're using the sitcoms and they're using the television to sort of present, and then the show is so meta, right? It's so crazy how meta it is. But what they're trying to do is show you how television and your relationship with television and the reality that television portrays is not indicative of real reality. But it is interesting to do that on a show. At the end of the day, your characters are still fake. The whole thing's fake. Okay? So there's this like crazy meta thing going on. I have this hunch that a lot of the story and the crux of the story is going to revolve around Vision, actually. And I talked about this in the video yesterday. If you haven't seen the WandaVision video, I think it's a pretty good video. We did a lot of work on it or whatever. I haven't even checked to see how it's doing. I hope it's doing well. But again, I don't know. I would check that out. But one of the things we talked about was, you see, Vision, I think, gets brought back to life by Wanda. But the question is he actually alive? But you see, if you take one step back, you have to ask yourself, was he ever really alive? You know what I mean? And so this whole idea of reality, what is real, you know what I mean, I think is going to be played upon in the show. I'm getting some real, like, David Lynchian vibes, you know, from the show. I know we've talked about this before. So for me, I will personally be able to find a lot of enjoyment and excitement in the sitcom stuff, the Easter eggs, and watching that all play out as these characters begin to realize what is actually happening in the world that they are in. And wouldn't it be interesting if Vision, who's not even real, has to convince Wanda to, like, let him go? Or something to that effect. I think that would be really interesting. Now, there's another aspect of this that's going to be wild, and this has to do with the children. Okay? So let's talk a little bit about the twins. Wiccan and Speed. Okay? So, Wiccan and Speed are going to be introduced in this show. And from what we understand, they will actually be in the MCU proper after this. In both Doctor Strange 2 and in the Young Avengers show. Okay? So the question is, if Wanda, and within this reality, her and Vision are having children, okay? And we think the children are going to age up quickly. We're going to jump through time with this sitcom stuff to age the children up so that they're ready for the big battle. Okay? And the question is, how could these kids be real if Wanda's reality and everything she's doing is like a projection? You see, when she created the House of M, she didn't, like, fake or faux change reality. She literally changed reality, right? So if Wanda was just creating a pocket dimension for her to go chill in and be with Vision in, I don't even think that would be a problem, right? I don't even think Sword or Shield or anybody would have an issue with that. The problem is this reality she's created, and whatever's going on over there, and whatever nefarious power is toying with her, it's affecting not just her reality, but the multiverse. Okay? Man, I really think that this is going to be really cool to see go down, you know? And I think that it's going to be one of those things to watch the character of Wanda and to start to try to imagine, like, is she the villain or is she the victim? You know what I mean? Like, we talked about that in the video yesterday as well. Is she the villain or is she the victim? What do you guys think? Is Wanda the villain or the victim? Let me know in the chat. Coachella Coastal cheated, and he was like, both. You can't cheat like that, bro. That's like multiple choice, filling in all the bubbles. Come on, man. Look at all y'all. Look at all y'all filling in all the bubbles. You can't fill in all the bubbles. Jesus. You know what's funny, though? Actually, on those old Scantron sheets, and I don't know if this is still the way that it is because I'm ancient, But the old Scantrons, that actually would work if you filled in all the bubbles, because the system used to just check for the actual bubble. So you could technically just fill them all in and get 100%. They found that out and changed it. So someone stopped the chat? Nah. Okay, so people be saying both. Okay, that's interesting and probably correct. And I also can't stand that you guys just did that. You know what I mean? I guess good job. Yeah, she's probably both, right? So again, going back into the whole concept of Civil War, Wanda is the whole real topic of Civil War. And what's interesting is I think we're going to get characters that are even more powerful than her moving forward, right? So she's really setting the precedence right now for how everybody's going to handle this, okay? So Tony obviously viewed the power that the Avengers had and their influence on the world. He believed that they needed to be put in check, right? That was the whole concept. Like, they need to be put in check, particularly Wanda. I mean, if you think about it, Wanda is the whole cause for Civil War after she accidentally kills all of those Wakandans, right? And then her relationship with Vision and when Clint saves her, all the way down. It's like, man, she has been through some things. She has been through some things, and she is, she's a weapon of mass destruction. She really is. She is incredibly powerful, too powerful, probably. So I'm wondering how much of Civil War and the ideas of Civil War are going to be spread throughout the show. I would assume not too many, at least initially. But I think this is something that's kind of interesting, and maybe something that we could anticipate, is that a lot of the little things for the show, a lot of the bizarre notes might come in the way of unexpected things within the diegetic world of the television shows and the story within Wanda's little bubble. Okay? What that means is, like, you might have a character from Civil War pop up as a different person. Okay? So what if General Thunderbolt Ross showed up as, like, the local sheriff? You know what I mean? Now, of course, I'm just making that up. But the idea is sound. Meaning, you can bring figures and people in, and you can actually use the nostalgia of the MCU in a very interesting way to leverage and pull out these sort of beautiful notes and really cool cinematic visual things. You know what I mean? It's going to be fun, dude. Like, this is going to be a fun ride. I'm expecting some really, really crazy stuff. Okay? So, last sort of speculative thing that I think we're all going to keep an eye out for tonight, or I guess tomorrow, whatever you want to call it, is who or what is the nefarious force? As you guys all just mentioned, it's both, right? She's villain and victim. Well, where does the victimhood come in? She's clearly being manipulated by somebody. A lot of people are thinking it's either Mephisto or Nightmare, okay? I think those are the two best bets so far, okay? I personally hope that it's Mephisto, that would be great. If it's Nightmare, that's okay too. If it's some weird combo character that they just created to avoid problems in China, I'm going to be furious, but I'll try to let it go. So let's just see. You know what I mean? Like, let's just see. I think there's good arguments for both. I know some people think Evan Peters could be Mephisto. I've heard it rumored that it could be, like, Al Pacino. You know what I mean? Holy cow. Al Pacino's Mephisto. Woo, girl. Damn. That shit would be hot. You know what I mean? So, maybe Al Pacino. I've heard, we've been talking about all sorts of crazy stuff, like Ian McKellen as Magneto, right? Like, wouldn't that be fascinating? Probably like the furthest shot you can imagine. But man, wouldn't that be fascinating? Jonathan Velasquez says Dick Van Dyke as Mephisto. Yeah. So we're all we really do think that it's Dick Van Dyke that was the secret character. And I do think he's going to be in the show. But I don't know if they would make him Mephisto. Don't they want... I don't know. I don't think they would make him Mephisto. But then again, I'm having trouble wrapping my head around the idea of them even making Pacino Mephisto. You know what I mean? Like, that seems pretty wild. Jude says, do you think they will introduce some more mutants, not the babies? Yeah, I do. Again, though, the first half of the season, I think the best option for us getting actual MCU info will happen outside of the bubble, okay? If we cut to some scenes with, I don't know, maybe Doctor Strange or other people within S.W.O.R.D., if we cut to scenes with people outside of her bubble, we could get some MCU gaps filled in, talk of mutation, talk of whatever, we get all sorts of stuff. So look for a lot of mileage for MCU lore in small lines, little moments, Easter eggs, etc. I mean, that's the Marvel formula, right? But it is possible that S.W.O.R.D. could help explain some mutant stuff. Now, do I expect the and then fucking X-Men? No. You know what I mean? Like, no. I do not. But it's certainly possible that we get some mutants sprinkled in. You know what I mean? So. How much time is it? All right. I think, guys, we'll probably just get into Q&A for a while. We'll just kick it for a while, hang out. Welcome to the Nerdvengers, Daniel. I'll knight you, but I'm gonna knight everybody in just a second. I know we got some new people coming in. So go ahead, start getting your questions into the chat. If you got some loot, you want to throw a super chat on there, that would be fantastic. It helps the channel out, supports it, and then the more super chats we get, the less we have to rely on Google and YouTube and corporations and stuff like that too. So, what's going on with Ray Fisher? We'll talk about that too. So give me just 1 second. So yeah, get your questions in. We'll go through Q&A. Guys, if you don't have any loot, please don't worry about it. Things are hard for people right now. We totally understand that. We want to create a space and a community for all kinds of nerds. What is this, fucking Elder Scrolls? We want to create a community for all kinds of nerds that are just respectful and want to nerd out and talk about nerdy things. So come on in to the Den of Nerds. We'll take care of you. We'll take good care of you. Okay. Let's begin doing this. Let's get into this. Oh, I totally forgot to use. I was gonna use all these cool effects today, like the studio audience. I was gonna have this playing when I came on and shit. But all right. Zachary P, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You're a Nerdvengers now, and I love the Bubbles picture. That's cool. Brian Wadowski, fellow Polak, what's up? You bet your dupa that you are a Nerdvenger now. Welcome to the Nerdvengers. Nathan Tattoos with a $5 holla says, take my money because you're the freaking best, Josh. You deserve it. Haha. Well, thank you, brother. I don't know if I'm the best, but we're damn sure trying to do a good job. So, thank you. Appreciate the love. I'm excited for After Dark tonight. By the way, I will be on After Dark for a little bit tonight. Want to hang with the boys, talk a little bit, and then I'm outie, okay? Enrique Robles, $2 holla says, why is Ant-Man's FBI agent in the WandaVision trailer? Okay, let's talk about that. By the way, this music, dude, what in the actual F? Okay. So, many characters from the MCU are going to appear in WandaVision, but not as the character you remember them as. Okay, so that guy, the parole agent, FBI, whatever, he's going to show up in WandaVision as a totally different character. Okay? Other people from the MCU are going to pop up and be totally different characters. You know, we saw this scene from with Monica Rambeau or whatever, right? Where when she comes into the bubble, she doesn't even remember who she is. And then apparently Wanda like bloops her back out or something. So all kinds of, I think, here's the answer to your question, Enrique. Because Feige is trying to set up threads that you will be able to follow as far as why characters look like other characters in the future of the MCU. That's the real answer. But yeah, a lot of strange things are coming, my friend. Okay? John Harris, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You're a Nerdvenger now. Hope to see you tonight and this weekend with the behind-the-scenes Nerdvengers content. Dan Larkin with the $5 holla says, holla holla, his $5. God damn, that had a good ring to it. Stormy! Stormy! What's up, baby? I'm so hyped for WandaVision. Marvel is back, baby. Don't forget to subscribe to Everyday Geeks. Me, Tim, and Burke will bring cool WandaVision content. Preview already up. Shameless plug. Well, Stormy, we love you around here, so no shame at all. No shame needed, my friend. Everybody should go check out Everyday Geeks. And I did see your message on Discord. You know, maybe someday we'll have to get a little collaboration planned there, Stormy. I'm just infinitely busy, and all I wanted to do. Let me just tell you guys something real quick. Okay, there's not that many people here, so I'll just tell you a little secret. Okay. All I wanted to do for the past 2 weeks was catch up on rest and get back to a baseline of 0 before the entirety of 2021 took my soul like a fucking Dementor. And all I wanted to do was just rest and pull back from all the drama and the fucking responsibilities of doing this job. And the last 2 weeks, ever since The Mandalorian stopped, has been insanity and hell. No Star Wars, no cry. I'm over it. Andre Flores with the $2 holla says, any chance the show teases Spider-Verse at the end? Yes. I believe that is a chance. I believe there's a chance of that happening. Yeah. Never Lose Your Nerd with the $5 holla says, I think Vision and the kids will be taken away by Mephisto. Holy shit. At the end of the season and weren't real. She unleashes her chaos magic and Doctor Strange shows up. Yo, that's great. I like that a lot. So the only issue I see with that is that there's a lot of rumors suggesting that the kids will be in Doctor Strange 2. And Young Avengers. Now, I suppose part of Doctor Strange 2 could be getting the kids back or whatever. So, sure, that's totally possible. If it is Mephisto, they can't just beat Mephisto. You know what I mean? Like, you definitely can't like permanently beat him. And I don't think the show should end with them just being like, okay, and we won. No, it's the multiverse of madness. I mean, this whole thing is breaking apart. Okay. And I think Mephisto, regardless of what kind of an impact he has on the show and the future of the MCU, I believe he's a small part of what's coming. I think Doctor Doom, Secret Wars, Secret Invasion, a lot of that stuff is where we're going. Right. So, man, I'll tell you, Never Lose Your Nerd. That's a pretty cool idea, bro. That's pretty cool. Chris Listenfelt says, what up, Josh? What aspects of House of M do you think they'll utilize? And do you think they'll hint/reveal Wanda being a mutant? Thanks, bro. So, first of all, on the mutant thing, for sure. You know, again, I touched on this in the video yesterday, but there's the Shuri Files, right? So the Shuri Files for Marvel is sort of like a book, an encyclopedia that talks about all these canonical things. One of them being, in Shuri's research, she discovered that Hydra was using the citizens of Sokovia specifically because of genetic properties, unique genetic properties that the population had. So that's canon now, and it means the mutant thing, like, totally that's the way they're going to go with it. So we'll see how much info we get on that. Again, it depends on the sword scenes. It depends on the scenes outside of her bubble. You know what I mean? And then as far as what aspects of the House of M, I think they're going to do a reverse No More Mutants. Maybe. We'll see. Daniel Dodds, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You're a Nerd Venger now. Geologist B with the $2 holla says 700 people, 700 like Lego. Yeah, we could definitely use more likes, I think is what Geologist B is saying. Kendall Davis with the $5 holla says Wanda will turn villain to protect them kids. I like that, Kendall. I really do. Do you think she could end up fighting Sword to keep her life? Much love. Thanks, brother. Much love to you as well. Hope to see you tonight. If you can't hang early, I totally get it. That's interesting, man. I think there's obviously going to be some tension between Sword and Wanda, right? During the show, after the show, yeah. Where do the kids come into that? I don't know, bro. I don't know, but that was sort of the whole thing. I mean, she's going to really not let those kids go. You know what I mean? Like, she is not going to let that go. So, yeah, maybe really bad stuff is connected to that and connected to her inability to let that go. That's a, yeah, wow. Turn villain to protect the kids is a very cool idea, bro. Michael Bakar. What if Doctor Strange is the person in the beekeeper suit? He's been assigned a sword to watch/protect Wanda. It is possible. It is possible. A lot of magic would be taking place there. The only reason I would say that probably is not the case is because I think Wanda's reality is really, really strong. And in House of M, unless I'm mistaken, you know, it's been a long time. I've read a couple comics in my life. So, unless I'm mistaken, in House of M, Doctor Strange is able to... Actually, no! It was Strange and Professor X. They're able to come into Wanda's reality and they try to talk her out of it. They try to talk her back to real life, right? Let me know in the chat. It was Strange, but it was also Charles, I believe. And they like barely manage to break through her defenses to get into her reality. So, what if Doctor Strange is the person in the beekeeper suit? I just don't think he would have, like, literally, this is a scary thought, but this is what we're dealing with. I don't think Strange has the power to just come into Wanda's reality. I damn sure don't think he has the power to come into Wanda's reality and just live there. Especially against her will? Nah, bro. Like, I think you're missing the thing if that happens. But I do appreciate the support, and I appreciate the thought. Josh I with the $5 holla says, Dick Van Dyke was a pretty hilarious bad guy in A Night at the Museum. P.S. Take my money! Well, thank you, Josh I appreciate the love, brother. I have not seen A Night at the Museum. Maybe I'll have to check out some clips or something, though, because the idea of Dick Van... I mean, I really do feel like Dick is going to be in the show, right? So, maybe I'll have to check that out. That's kind of cool. Cavi Shannon, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You're a Nerd Venger now. Welcome to the party, as it were. Scott McCrite says, any idea on the number of and length of WandaVision episodes? So, I'll tell you what I think, and I don't know, but I'll tell you what I think. I think we'll get, 21-minute to a half-hour minute episodes, and I think they'll be doubled up for the first 3 weeks. And then I think the back half of the season will be longer, singular episodes. Potentially much longer. But that's just my gut. That's like, it's a combo of things I've heard and my gut. All right. Yo, Josh and fellow Nerd Vengers, heard something about Juggernaut and Kitty Pryde in She-Hulk and Beast in Secret Invasion. I could dig it. Mutants. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you this, John. First of all, thanks for the support, brother. Also, them muties are coming, brother. The muties are coming, and I am here for it. I am so excited for mutants. And the whole next phase of the MCU where, mutants are happening and people are afraid of them and stuff. It's great. It's gonna be great. So many people tried to tell me that like Marvel was dead after Endgame, and I was like, dude, y'all realize like they have like 10 more incredible all-time great Marvel stories to do. They did Infinity Gauntlet. They have like 10 more incredible ones, and motherfuckers still writing comics. So we got a lot of juice on the way. And the mutants are going to be a big part of that. I'm excited. Stephen J. with the very generous $20 holla. Do you think the scenes with the Mind Stone from the trailer is a flashback scene from pre-Age of Ultron when she's with Hydra? She looks to be wearing the same garb. Maybe backstory explained, perhaps. First of all, thank you so much for the love, man. I appreciate that. I think and I hope that we get a good bit of that filled out. And especially because I think Hydra will play a bigger role in the MCU moving forward, which I know is kind of funny because like it played a pretty big role already. But you know, these forces are not going anywhere, right? So Ultimatum, the group, Flag Smasher, you know, like Thunderbolts, Young Avengers, everything is getting sort of chopped up and segmented. So it would help to get some more backstory on Hydra to help that make sense as we move forward in the MCU, for sure. And I do think we're going to get flashbacks to a lot of the different MCU scenes. You know what I mean? Like, I think if they don't show Wanda killing him, I mean, that's like literally one of the most freakiest parts of her whole life, right? So she kills him, and then dude just gets brought back to life and ripped apart in front of her again. It's horrible. So that I think we're going to see a lot more like flashbacks of her personal struggles throughout. And hopefully, yeah, more Mind Stone stuff. You know, they can fill out the mutant thing. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that can be done there. Again, thank you, Steve. I appreciate you. Patrick Musan with the 1313. I see what you did there. WandaVision will be fascinating to me because I'm old enough to remember watching shows like Father Knows Best and Ozzie and Harriet sitcoms from 50 plus years ago. Well, first of all, Patrick, thank you so much for the super chat and the support. I hope you're doing well out there. And yeah, man, I think people, I honestly think folks like you are in for a very special treat. And I think folks like you are going to really find a lot of enjoyment in this, especially in the first half of the season. We've got a few older gents in the Den of Nerds, you know, with the producers and everything like that. And I know we've got some boomers out there that are going to really enjoy some of the things that are coming. So, yeah, Patrick, man, yo, live it up. I think you're going to dig it. And then when the exciting, crazy MCU stuff happens, we'll all cheer together and we'll all like that as well. And then we'll just continue to talk about Marvel and grow together. I know we've got a lot of Star Wars people that are sort of like riding with us for WandaVision because they're like, hey, like this Nerdvenger thing's kind of dope. So we'll do our best to try to get everybody up to speed on what's going on and everything like that. And I've even thought about doing an MCU watch party. I know you guys did one last year when the world was falling apart. But I've been thinking about doing an MCU watch party for 2021 because I know there's a lot of our fans that aren't super big into Marvel, and maybe it would be useful for us to do some watch parties and break down some of the lore and talk about that. So, John Connor EF Bot says maybe Wanda created this reality out of people who got snapped, making them take. Whoa. That is crazy cool, dude. That's a cool idea. Maybe Wanda created this reality out of people who got snapped, making this take place during the 5-year gap. That would be crazy. I don't know. I don't know about it, John. But come with me if you want to live. Keaton Haas with the $10 holla says, I've been listening to the Eagle song and more from that artist at work. Let's just let's just production goes way up. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Harris Heller, baby. Harris Heller, digital entrepreneur. I like Harris Heller. Polyhedral Paradise, Jason! Jason never calls, never writes anymore. I've been trying to play D&D with him for like 6 months. We're trying to write a new D&D campaign together. I'd love to go into business with Jason. Jason was supposed to take over our watch parties. Jason just doesn't like me anymore. You know what I mean? Jason was like, bro, you went too hard on Pablo. I'm out. Anyway, so looking forward to 3 a.m., says Jason. Gonna try and not have it spoiled. Good luck tonight, sirs. Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you. And thank you for the love. And, call me sometime. Dan Larkman, the $2 holler, says, doesn't Sony own Mephisto? What? That better not be true. That shit better not be true. Thank you, Dan. Fanjex with a $2 holler says, be on time for After Dark tonight, everyone. Yeah, After Dark tonight, maybe I haven't done a good enough job, but if you don't watch After Dark tonight and you're not there right at the beginning and you watch After Dark and you come by tonight and watch it, I hate you. And I'm going to be pissed. So, okay, so, yeah, I'll turn this car around. You better be there. Keaton House with the $10 holler says, I love synthwaves. I've used FM Attack in a competition shooting video on my own channel. Yo, that's dope, man. Are you a competitive shooter? Yo, that's dope, dude. Send me an email. Send me an email. I've run a few courses myself. I actually have an uncle that was a competitive shooter, man. And, whoa. Competitive pistol shooting. Dude, competitive pistol shooters are like probably the scariest people on the planet. You know what I mean? Like literally probably some of the most scary people on the planet. Yeah. LMI Music, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You're a Nerd Venger now, my friend. James, you with the $5 holler says, I think Wanda has to break reality, or is she tricked into break reality to get the Mind Stone to bring Vision back? Yeah, I think you're onto something there. I think you're onto something there, James. And I think that's kind of the whole game, man. Like, it's all about her attachment to Vision. She created a reality in which her and Vision are there together again, right? So, yeah, strange things are afoot at the Circle K, Ted. And I do think it will have something to do with the stones, her mutation, reality, a lot of layers. A lot of exciting stuff going on. So thank you, James, for the support. I appreciate you. John Van Gerderin Jr., welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now, John. Welcome. Jonathan Velasquez says, in the trailer 70 scene, Wanda blasts Monica through the house, including the nursery, all the way to the sword facility with helicopters. I'll DM you. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, so that's when she gets booped out of the bubble. Crazy, right? What does it mean? What does it mean? Mike Motherflippin' Porter with the $10 holler says, hey, Josh and Denim Nerds, if you go to Burke the Nerd YouTube, there's a video of me calling into Burke with the commentary of why Endgame is the best day of your life. Thanks for all you do, Josh. Oh, thank you, Mike. Appreciate the love, man. I will have to check that video out. And I'd love to see what those guys are up to and what they're doing. You know what I mean? For sure, man. I am currently kind of being pulled in a million different directions right now. There's a lot of different things going on behind the scenes. Phone calls, meetings every day. You know what I mean? So a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I have a lot of busy days. Having said that, because of the support from this community and because of you guys and the Nerd Vengers, like I can do that and not have to worry about how YouTube is currently changing all of its algorithms and screwing creatives over. I don't have to worry about that as much. We don't have to worry about that as much because you guys have given us support in a totally different way that makes us less reliant on Google's ad system, which I am personally very much a fan of. Not the system. I'm a fan of not being reliant on it. I think it's garbage, actually. I think the system is so garbage that it actually creates problems for brands, and eventually we could see class action lawsuits against Google from big companies that created... Anyway, we'll talk about all that on Sunday. The point is, you're too kind, and I love you. So thank you, Mike. Norin Rad with the $5 holla says, Josh, are you familiar with the Master Pandemonium and his connections to the birth of the twins and Mephisto? Maybe he's the beekeeper suit. Master Pandemonium. It sounds familiar, but I'm going to look it up. Master Pandemonium. Wow, that's a weird looking character. Affiliation? Hellfire Club, huh? I mean, sure. Could be, maybe. You know, I'm really hoping they don't do anything super squirrely. You know what I mean? I just want Mephisto. You know what I mean? But could be cool, man. And Norin Rad, I appreciate you as always. Yo, how pumped are you going to be, Norin, when we actually get the Silver Surfer? You know what I mean? Like, when we actually get the Silver Surfer in MCU, it's just going to be wild. Never Lose Your Nerd for the $2 holla says, Age of Apocalypse saga in Marvel, favorite villain. So I like Wolverine from the Age of Apocalypse. Age of Apocalypse is sick, dude. Also, the Night... dude, you know one of the best characters from Age of Apocalypse is... teleporter, blue, devil-looking motherfucker. Why am I blanking on this guy? He's like so famous and so awesome. Nightcrawler. Yeah, so Nightcrawler is... The Nightcrawler from the Age of Apocalypse uses like swords, and he's a brutal murderer. He's amazing. I believe this happens in the Age of Ultron, but I could be mixing up Ultimates in Age of Ultron. But I believe Nightcrawler teleports a great white shark into the body of the blob, and the great white shark like eats the blob from the inside. It's like ridiculous. So yeah, Age of Apocalypse, very cool shit going on over there. Jared Grossman is a Nerd Venger. Welcome to the Nerd Vengers, Jared. I've seen you around here a lot, man. So glad that you're part of the Nerd Vengers now, man. It's good to have you. Mason Graves says, how early do you think we see Sword/Real Reality? Second episode. That's my guess. I think second episode. RJ Brando with the $5 holla says, went back to watch the 90s Silver Surfer animated show. That's how excited I am for him to finally arrive. Yo, that's sick, dude. Yeah, I'm excited for him to arrive as well. Okay. We'll go like 10 more minutes, guys. I'm just going to hang out in the chat, see what y'all are about, and then we're going to call it. Possibly another video today, but the big thing, guys, is all about tonight for After Dark, tonight for the watch party, tonight for the stream, and then I'm going to stay up extra early or late and do some content early in the morning for WandaVision. Okay? So it's going to be real cool. I'm disappointed you really let this one slip through. What are you talking about? Damn mods, I'm disappointed. What are you talking about, dude? Josh, where is the Waking Up Early in the Morning song? Working on the album. We're working on the album. Oh, did they put a spoiler in or something? Hi, Josh. Do you think that WandaVision will have a post-credit scene for every single episode? I do not. I do not think there will be a post-credit scene. Just dropped here in Australia? Yo, that's sick. We better get out of here then. We don't want spoilers. Oh, they spammed a long-ass time? Well, look, you just got to be patient with the mods. You know what I mean? You got to be patient with the mods. First of all, Trinity, we need to start paying Trinity, I think. Because this motherfucker's out here, like, checking people left and right. You know what I mean? Like, Trinity is literally, like, salt of the earth, saving my mind on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Like, this man is out here nerd-venging like you wouldn't believe. This man be nerd-venging. Check him, motherfuckers. Like you wouldn't believe. So let's just relax, you know what I mean? Yo, let's get some hearts in the chat for Trinity. Can we get some nerdy heart emojis into the chat for Trinity from Second Street Marvel? I know, bro. I know, Tim. I'm just playing. $14 hours, 41 minutes. Can't wait. It's gonna be real cool. What else is on your guys' mind? Y'all want to talk about anything else? What else is on your mind? Adrian Correra, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You're a Nerd Venger now. Welcome. When is Falcon and the Winter Soldier coming out? Hopefully in March. Josh, do you think Monica Rambeau is a mutant? I do. The mysterious character, we've been through a lot of different theories with this, but we tend to think that it is probably Dick Van Dyke is probably the mystery character. That's what they're talking about. What's your favorite Magic card from before the year 2000? What year was Platinum Angel first printed? Is that a post 2000? Because Platinum Angel is one of my favorite old cards. Let's see here. The Nerd Theory streams every Monday, brother. Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Star Wars Theories channel. Every Monday. We have yet to miss a Monday. Maybe someday we will, but we love what we do, you know? And even the show on Monday that was weird, I had a great time. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of felt a little bad because maybe some of the audience it hit them the wrong way or whatever. But, like, I had a great time. All right, let's talk about the Ray Fisher stuff a little bit. I understand everybody wants to talk about this. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to be completely honest with you about this Ray Fisher stuff, okay? And I saw somebody ask about the Drunk 3PO stream, too. I'll talk about that as well, okay? Okay. Here's the thing with Ray Fisher. I was going to do a stream today, and I feel bad. If you're watching the stream right now, man, I feel bad because I shouldn't announce this on a live stream. So, Nick, if you're watching, brother, like, I'll hit you up after the stream. But originally, I had planned to do a stream with some DC people today. I was going to slip away in the afternoon. I was going to do a stream all about all the drama going on with DC. And now, because of all the Ray Fisher stuff that just happened, I cannot do that stream today. I must take some time to try to discover what is actually going on. Look, I have a lot of thoughts about it. But it's not always best to just get on your microphone or your camera and just speak flagrantly about what you think. You know, I want to check some things out. I want to talk to some people. I think it's pretty obvious that the studio is being the studio. And the studio is trying to cover things up. Hollywood being Hollywood. And I do think Ray was wronged. But I also, from the very beginning, was pretty sure that a lot of people did not like Ray. And that his story and his claims never actually got a lot of support. Never. But that's DC. Like, DC is such a quagmire of different micro fan bases, and basically the branding and the delivery to fans has been so piss poor over the past 10 years that how can you expect anything but a completely divided house? It's a completely divided house. Even people within the Snyder Cut movement don't fully support Ray Fisher. And the thing that's... Anyway, we don't have to go too hard on this, but the thing is, dude, he's either... This is what I said before. He's either Juicy Smollett or he was really wronged and we need to get people held accountable. I don't know what the truth is. I think my job, as best that I can do it, is to try to gather the information and report what I think is going on. We all ultimately go our separate ways and decide upon for ourselves. I think of it in two different ways. Like, on the one hand, if this dude is literally screwing up the Snyderverse over some shit that, while yes, not right, is pretty much run of the mill and you're just being a diva. Again, we don't know if that's what's happening, but if that's what's happening, dude, what? You know, I made the tweet the other day, and it wasn't a joke, actually. People, like, you know, they thought it was sort of like a joke or tongue-in-cheek. I said, after they announced Netflix's Zack Snyder, John, the Army of Dead or Army of Darkness thing where they're going to Vegas to steal all the money. It sounds incredible. It's going to be dope. I literally said, hey, DCU fans, if if Warner Brothers screws Zack over again and we don't get any Snyderverse, it should be Netflix all day. Like, y'all should literally, if you're really, because this is the other thing I don't understand about the Snyder fans. I don't, if what are you guys going to do if DC turns? If Warner turns? You know what I mean? If they just literally say, nope, we're not interested, and we're not going down that path, and what just happened with Ray Fisher and the way the fans use that against us is a red flag, we will never do that again. Because that's possible. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, dude. The whole DC situation, the whole situation with Ray is a quagmire. It's a quagmire. So, I'm just trying to... I need more information. I need more information before I can make any kind of, you know. Yeah. That's what I think. Hey, Josh, I noticed you say John occasionally. LOL. You from the Philly area, too? Keep up the good work. Yeah, I lived in Philly for like 5 years, man. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a Philly boy. And my time in Philly was glorious. And I've got a lot of good friends over there still. Thinking about moving back. Wawa's pretty chill. There's that second coffee. Shut your mouth, Joe. But yeah, it is. What's your opinion on binging versus weekly? I wish it was bi-weekly instead of weekly. Let me answer this. What? I feel that the format doesn't work anymore. Wait, hang on. What's your opinion on binging versus weekly? I wish it was bi-weekly instead of weekly. I feel the format doesn't work anymore. Now you got to binge. Hey, it's an interesting question. I don't know. Cobra Kai made a lot of waves, and Cobra Kai is dope. But did Cobra Kai trend and really get the social media pop that it deserved? You know what I mean? I'm not sure. So, I don't know. Who would you want to see as the next Black Panther villain? I'm down with the Doom. I love weekly. It gives us time to theorize and talk in between each episode. Yeah, for sure. And we're going to do a lot of that over here. You know what I mean? Now that's all I can see. Just waiting for Josh to tell us he's not supposed to be here today. What do you mean? That's all you can see. What's this fanjection motherfucker saying, eh? Streams giving off major Clerks vibes today? A little bit, yeah. Ooh, Bruh Dolphin says, do you like corn dogs? Oh, what a great question. Corn dogs is aight. You know what I mean? Corn dogs is aight, but like I'm not really a hot dog person at all, okay? And one of the only things, well, I shouldn't say that, but one of the best things that Pittsburgh has going on for itself, sorry, not Pittsburgh, my hometown of Erie, PA, okay? Y'all know about Erie, PA? You probably don't. That's okay. Erie, PA has a little thing called Smith's Hot Dogs. And if you've ever been out to Chicago and you get like a real Chicago dog with like 100% beef, you know what I mean, and like really, really good shit, you will know the difference between like a shitty-ass regular hot dog and like a actual skinned 100% beef, like delicious Chicago-style dog, you know? So if you can get me a corn dog with like a Chicago-style dog, I'm on it. But unfortunately, most corn dogs are made from shit-ass hot dogs. You know what I'm saying? So that's my answer. Are you in Chicago? No, but I love Chicago. Chicago's a great town. But Chicago's about an hour and a half away from Chicago. So I hate traffic, so I don't know if it could ever be a permanent thing. Too bad I love shit-ass hot dogs. I bet you do, bro, Dolphin. That's okay. That's okay. Nah, I just want a dirty water dog and a random New York street corner kraut, spicy brown. Yeah, that could work too. Oh my god. Portillo's. Whew. I spent so... Oh man, I love that shit. Portillo's is incredible, y'all. If you've never been to Portillo's and when you're in Chicago, you're fucking up. You know what I mean? Like, for real. You're screwing up. Homer Simpson plays mobile games, says, I'm gay. Good for you, man. Or madam. I get Gleezies with no bun. I don't know what that is. I feel like you just made me say a bad word. There's a Portillo's 5 minutes away from my crib. Yo, what? Get out of here, Joey. Get out of here, Joey. Wait, did someone just comment on my Platinum Angel comment? What the hell is happening here? Is the chat like 80 minutes behind? It's slang? Yeah. Jesus. Sorry, I didn't mean bi-week. I meant an episode twice a week. Oh, yeah. No, I get the same. I get what you're saying. Same thing. Oh, snap. Trinity just came at you, dog. It's over for you. Jennifer says, I'm northwest of Chicago. Yo, that's awesome. Someday we'll all be able to maybe be in the same space together. Wouldn't that be interesting? It's from 2011? Fuck. What about some of the Arabian Nights stuff, right? Like Blood Honey. Blood Honey is a great card. That's probably pre-2010, right? According to my queen, 2 episodes tonight and then 1 a week. Oh, interesting. Maybe it will be just 1 a week after that. Alex W. says, what's up with EA, Josh? Okay, let's end on this EA thing. Okay, let's end on this EA thing. We'll end on this. So, I made a comment. I made a couple tweets yesterday. I don't know if you guys know this. There's this website called Twitter. Okay. And on the website, you know, sometimes you type some things and then, you know, you hit tweet. And a little bird takes the things that you say and, like, flies it around the world. So, yesterday, I made a comment. And look, I am an agent of chaos! I am a trickster! I am Loki, god of mischief, and I am burdened with glorious purpose. So you have to understand, I like to have fun everybody. I like to play. Okay? So, I made a tweet that said something to the effect of like, EA bad. Like, what was the tweet exactly? Let's look it up. This caused people to lose their minds. Okay, here's what I said. I said, in all caps, by the way, so that everybody knew I was being serious. Fucking idiots. EA the worst. And just because you get games early, don't make the rest of us like shit. And so then some fucking Eckhart's Ladder comes in, right? And starts like, look, and Star Wars HQ came in as well. Now, I have a soft spot for Star Wars HQ, so I'm not going to go super hard on him. But Eckhart's Ladder can get fucked. This guy came in here, like, defending himself as a EA game changer. And I was like, did I accidentally tag you or some shit? You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to come in super flagrant and be like, Squadrons and Fallen Order were both great? You know what I mean? And I was like, that's just like your opinion. You know what I mean? And he said, yep, and not one based on playing a game early. You know what I mean? Okay, let me explain something to you. The level of cringe that you have to endure to be pro EA, and also you're literally an EA game changer shill. Like, you are literally a shill. Like, in the most true sense of the word, you're shill city living on the shill top. Shills away. You know? Like, literally, like, I was blown away. Like, I would be fucking embarrassed. You know what I mean? Like, if I, like, to be a person, like, first of all, if I was an EA game changer, I would never be an EA game changer. Let me explain something to you. I have serious problems with corporations. Corporations can be good. Corporations can be better. But one thing I cannot stand is how corporations use access media to control the narrative of things. Okay? EA is a laughably bad company. Laughably bad. Let me look up. Let me actually look up a few statistics for you. Imagine defending EA as an EA game changer. That's the most cringe shit I've ever seen. You should go away. You should hide in shame. That is the cringiest shit I've ever seen. EA? EA. Oh, man, let's see here. I want to find some of the... let's see here. Oh, here we go. How the NUA gave Norwich global reputation for designing... ranking. Ah, man. I can't find the exact story that I'm looking for. But, like, you are living under a rock if you think anybody that... Like, if there's any real support for EA, the fucking publisher that gave you Madden 1994 for the last 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, so fucking ridiculous. EA is not only a horrible ass company, one of the worst publishers with literally one of the worst reputations measurably. If you look into actual consumer reporting, if you actually look at what's going on, EA has one of the worst reputations as a company on the planet. It is fucking laughable that motherfuckers get out there and defend EA. Read the room. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Any good thing that came out under EA for the past 20 years came out in spite of them. In spite of them. EA destroyed BioWare. None of the original members of BioWare are there, and BioWare, as a brand, a shadow of what it was. It's one of my favorite developers of all time. Get the fuck out of here, EA good. You know what I mean? And don't even start on both Battlefront games. Shadows of what the old games were. Shadows of what the old games were. Features stripped. A shell of a game that EA forced out in 2015. Total garbage. Forced it out to make it happen. EA. Jesus Christ. I honestly can't believe it. Like, it blows my mind. Blows my mind. So, that's my thoughts on EA. I play NCAA Football 14 because it's the last good football game that was ever made. Yeah, and whose fault is that? These rent-seeking, fucking ridiculous-ass corporations that have tricked... I mean, literally, people were coming at me. I didn't tag anybody. I didn't say anything. By the way, just speaking conventional-ass wisdom in a memeing, joking way. And the fucking EA Game Changers, oh, you poor babies. You came in there and tried to defend EA. Case in point, you are... horrible. See ya. Now do Activision. I mean, it's the same thing. EA fucking destroyed them. And Activision is really no better. Activision destroyed Bungie. $10 million development deal with Bungie for Destiny. Shell of a game. Shell of a game. Why do you think Bungie wanted to get out from under Activision? I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get out of here because we're getting a little too hot. Okay, we're getting a little too hot. By the way, I didn't want to go hard. The chat forced me. So, if people get butthurt about this or clip it out, whatever, it's all Adam from Fanjecture's fault. Oh my God, and Bethesda too. All these companies, right? All these companies. And the fact that they get boot-licking motherfuckers to be like, guys, it's okay. This one shit-ass game was marginally better than the rest of the shit-ass games we've gotten for 10 years. It's okay. Fuck you. Fuck out of here with that. All right, I seriously got to go. I'm getting very angry. Okay. Anyway. Anyways, everybody. Hope you had a good stream. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just call it there. All right, everybody. Much love. Make sure you check out the main channel. We'll have some more content coming out there. Big WandaVision videos coming out in the next couple of days after the first 2 episodes come out. It's going to be dope. Make sure you check that out. Please set your alarm clocks. Set your sundials. Set whatever you need to set. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Double check me on that. Lavis, let me know in the motherfucking chat. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After dark. This channel tonight. Be there. And then I'll see you guys for the watch party, and we'll watch WandaVision together as well, okay? All right, everybody. Much love. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video.